20.
Cam Newton stays with the Patriots. It wasn't like a crazy deal. I think it's $5 million plus incentives. I could get up to $14 million. But cheap considering all the other quarterbacks that I've signed. Yes, Lounis?
I do want to pose. I don't know if you were going to get to this question, JT, and if you were, I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's regarding the Cam. I want to hear what you guys think. So that Cam contract was pretty cheap. It's pretty much $5 million base, and then it can go up based on incentives. A lot of people are thinking Cam is the starter next year. If you own Cam, do you sell him while people think he's going to be the starter and banking on the fact that you think they're going to take a rookie QB? Or do you just keep him and expect if he is a starter, he'll give you rushing points?
All right.
I don't think you'll get anything.
Yeah, let me.
I think you can get something.
Let me
for Cam
run
right
through your mindset, through my mindset right now, right? So when Cam originally signed with the Patriots, I was like, he could be like a sneaky good buy just to just to have that random quarterback on your bench that if your other quarterbacks go down or if you're in bye week in Superflex, like you could throw him in there and kind of feel comfortable that you're getting a double-digit, albeit probably a lower double-digit game. But now with all the free agent signings, which we'll get to, I think people are going to start hyping him up now. And the question I was going to ask you guys is, are the Pats still going to go quarterback in the first round? Because personally, I think they are. So, yeah, now at this point, I would not be buying Cam Newton for whatever his price is.
Would you sell him if you had him?
If I had him, I'd say,
If people think he's the starter?
Well,
what's the hypothetical offer here?
What
is the value
205
done to buy?
205.
I would sell Cam for 205.
Yeah, I value Cam right around Jameis. If you're smashing except for Jameis for whatever I gave you, I'm definitely smashing except for Cam at that same price.
Interesting.
Because what realistically is Cam gonna be?
Wait, hold up. You're saying you have Jameis and Cam at the same price?
Close.
Someone that's
why?
I don't know. I think Jameis is more. I really think Jameis is worth more.
Jameis isn't I know Cam's not the guaranteed starter, but Frank even said he thinks Taysom Hill might be the starter, and Frank has Jameis in our league. I don't think they're that far valued off. Why am I buying? Why is it wrong to value a backup around the same price as Cam?
Because Cam is coming to the end of his career, clearly. While Jameis, I still think, has a shot here. Jameis is a whole lot younger here, and it's a one-year deal he's on in New Orleans. If he's not the starter, he can go peace.
Yeah, but if Jameis isn't the starter at New Orleans, do you truly believe he's going to get somewhere else? Do you think some other team's going to go and get Jameis?
We've seen it this year. There's so many teams that need a quarterback every single year. Someone will give a chance to Jameis. I think he could, hypothetically, I think he could get traded if the Saints go, you know what, he's not going to be our starting quarterback, we'll trade him. So a team like the Bears that needs a quarterback.
The Bears just accumulating all and finish.
The Bears legit no. If Taysom Hill is announced as starter, I think they should trade for Jameis. Right. But I don't know if now they're committed to maybe going.
Let me put it like this. I think that Cam Newton is a much better buy than Jameis Winston right now. Because here's my rationale behind it. I can understand why you like Jameis. Because of the whole, if Jameis pans out, he can have more than a 1-year outlook, whereas Cam Newton, it's how much am I going to get out of this guy? But my whole thing is, if I'm buying a quarterback for the long haul, why the fuck am I buying Jameis Winston?
Exactly.
Of all guys to buy, Jameis Winston is the last guy.
So I guess the whole thing is Frank and I are probably lower on Jameis than consensus, while we're maybe slightly higher on Cam, if at all. I'm not really high on Cam, I'd say.
It's just, dude, if I need a quarterback who's going to get me... I've seen this story time and time again with Cam Newton. Everyone thinks he sucks, he has some bad tape, he's just inconsistent, and all that inconsistency showed after he got freaking COVID, for God's sake. Myles Garrett, who was a Defensive Player of the Year frontrunner, sucked after he got COVID. Why can't that happen with Cam Newton? My whole thing is, price for fantasy points... I think it's a lot better for Cam Newton than James. I'm not saying that Jameis, I have him. It's not like I'm eager to sell him. I have no idea with Jameis. With Cam, considering the fact that you guys just said that you would smash accept Cam for 205, like 205 for Cam, I mean, I can get him for a late second. If I'm a team that's a contending team and I've got my late second and I'm sitting here and I need a damn quarterback, I might be able to get a QB1 fantasy-wise in Cam Newton. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just look at what happened last year. Like, maybe for not the entire... But, dude, you look at... They have a team now, it looks like. They have a team. If... You know, realistically, I think that Cam Newton, for next year and next year only, has a higher chance of being a QB1 than James does. And you can get him at a better price. So if I'm a contending team, I need a quarterback, I throw out that second, I get Cam Newton, the whole league makes fun of me, but I'm laughing all the way to the bank with my fantasy points.
Thanks, Frank. And just to build off this before you guys bring us down, right? Cam Newton was quarterback 16, despite missing a game against the Chiefs due to COVID. He has a lot better weapons now. It's another year in the Patriots system. Is his future outlook great? No, not really. Do I see him in the league as a starting quarterback 3 years from now? No. Is there a possibility James can be a starting quarterback 3 years from now? Yeah. Do I think it's likely, though? No. I just don't see Jameis being a starting quarterback 3 years from now. So why am I going to bank on him competing with Taysom Hill, of all people, to try and get the starting job? Sorry, Frank, I know you like Taysom Hill. But, like, he's competing with Taysom Hill to get a job. If he doesn't win, like, I can't imagine him going somewhere else and actually being fantasy relevant when we have Cam Newton, who, yeah, the Patriots are probably going to draft a quarterback, at least as a Patriots fan. I hope they do. But, like, you know, we've seen the formula before with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tyrod Taylor. You have that guy going out there and you have him performing. Just give me those guaranteed points over spending up more for Jameis Winston and maybe getting nothing in return. Like, I don't know. Just give me Cam.
The other thing, too, though, is, real quick, Jake, like, are we really convinced, like, I'm not saying that the Patriots won't draft a quarterback, but are we really convinced it's going to be in the first round? If there's any guy that's been drafting quarterbacks in the second and third round, it's been Belichick and the Patriots.
Yeah, but the only time
Kellen
it really
Mond
worked,
to New England.
the only time it really worked
Oh, my
was when
God.
they won the sixth round.
We'll force JT onto the train.
I would love that. I would
I will
love
be
that.
off the train so quick.
I'd be so happy.
I'll be off the train so quick.
Put him with Josh McDaniels. He won
I'll
games with
get
Kyle
you. I'll
fucking
get
Orton.
you a Mons jersey for your birthday.
I could hang it back here. We've seen time and time again though, like second round quarterbacks almost never work out. Like there's so few second round quarterbacks and beyond that pan out. And the Patriots have taken plenty of quarterbacks in the mid to late rounds and it's never worked. So
Jimmy G. He was
Jared
in second.
Stidham.
No, but legit, Jimmy G.
Yeah, Jimmy G's like okay, but like Jimmy G's not like. I hope the Patriots don't trade for him. I know that's another rumor. Like it's like Jimmy G's. Sure, I get that with Kyle Shanahan, he made it to the Super Bowl, but like, do you really think Jimmy G is gonna come back to the Patriots and lead them to the Super Bowl? Because at the end of the day, that's what everything is about, right? Super Bowls and.
Matt
Jimmy
Castle?
G's not a Super Bowl quarterback. Matt Castle. I can't believe people actually thought he was good when he left.
Won 10 games.
Quick side topic, by the way, JT. You've been thinking about something to put on your background. You should order on like DHgate or something a Trey Lance North Dakota State jersey just hanging up behind.
Yeah, I hope the Patriots get Trey Lance. I saw it on ESPN who they always have their wacky takes and whatever. They're comparing Dak to Ryan Fitzpatrick and Andy Dalton and Trubisky. Like, I mean, that one's a little more fair. But
I mean, dude, to be fair, on the last episode, I compared Justin Herbert to a very high-quality blender.
You know, that's a pretty good comparison.
That makes sense. And anyway, like, they were talking about Trey Lance on the Patriots. I would love that. I would go and get a Trey Lance jersey if that was the case. That was a lot of time, though, spent on someone who's probably going to be like quarterback 17, maybe 20 this year, as compared to Jameis, who might not even be the starter. But I digress.
Watch your mouth. You better be. If Jameis is the starting quarterback, I want you all eating W's on this pod on camera.
Don't get me wrong.
I was on your side, Jake.
I think there's like a 60-40 chance Jameis probably is the starter, right? But like, why am I trying to bet on that 40% chance when I could go out and get Like who's
Because he'll probably throw like 40 touchdowns. That's why.
Because if it does
To
hit,
who?
you hit the
Who's
jackpot.
Jameis throwing 40? You've got Michael Thomas and then
You got Slant Boy and Troutman
yeah,
and
Troutman.
Kamara. And Kamara.
Troutman.
Kamara is basically a receiver.
Sure.
And
all right.
Taysom Hill.
And yeah, Taysom Hill, the tight end.